Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most irrelevant of them all?
Mojo Rawley.
Welcome to the Raw Review.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But we open up with Seth Rollins talking about he's the one that won the Royal Rumble, and now you didn't know? You should watch it. It was a good show. He has the decision.
I should do a review on it.
You should.
You want to do it with me?
Nope, I already did one with somebody else.
Fuck.
No, he has the decision. He can face Daniel Bryan or he can face Brock Lesnar. Question is, who is it going to be? And Triple H is like, well, you got 3 hours to make a decision. That's all you're going to get. And Dean's like, you can't make a decision? Triple H is going to make the decision for you? Fight me. And so they did. And Dean lost.
Yeah.
And then Dean was like, you know what? I'm going to stay in the ring until whatever fucking happens. And whatever that fucking happens was Nia Jax tossing him out of the ring. And then a bunch of referees herded him away. We had Nia and Tamina qualify for the Elimination Chamber for the women's tag team titles by defeating Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. Baron Corbin defeated Kurt Angle, though Kurt Angle was real hyped about this match. He wanted to go in and prove that he'd come a long way since his disappointing loss to Drew McIntyre a few months ago.
Yeah, I definitely think that he fared better in this match than he did against McIntyre.
To be fair, Baron Corbin's probably not as difficult to fight as Drew McIntyre is. But still, Baron Corbin still defeated Kurt Angle. Finn Balor came out and talked about how sore he was after facing Brock Lesnar. He was then interrupted by Bobby Trashley and then beat up by Bobby Trashley because Bobby Trashley. The Revival defeated Hawkins and Ryder in tag team action because Hawkins still can't pick up a win. Elias is all of a sudden heel again, and Jeff Jarrett and Road Dogg weren't going to stand for it, and they didn't. They were on the ground after both getting hit with guitars by Elias. Mojo has lost his goddamn mind. The Riot Squad qualified for the Elimination Chamber by defeating Natalya and Dana because Dana was replacing an apparently injured Ember Moon. Ronda Rousey defeated Bayley in a Women's Championship Open Challenge and then was confronted by Becky Lynch. We had one hell of a promo, and it is official. We will have Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 35.
As long as Ronda doesn't lose the title between now and then.
If she's going to defend it. We're also going to get our final qualifier for Raw as we have the cohesive team of Alicia Fox and Nikki Cross taking on
Team Cuckoo for Coconuts.
You know what? Now, they're both crazy, so they might actually win. Probably not, because they're facing Bayley and Sasha Banks. In our main event match, we had Braun Strowman defeat Drew McIntyre by disqualification after Baron Corbin attacked him. And then the both of them just beat the hell out of Braun. And then Rollins' choice was...
Punch Brock.
Triple H was like, hey, Brock's going to be here. Brian's going to be here. We saw Brian and Rowan in the back. They're still hanging out after the Royal Rumble last night. But Rowan and Brian never actually came to the ring. Seth Rollins crashed a promo that was technically interrupting his entrance to the ring and then just got a bunch of F5s. One of them was on the belt. And that's how we ended Raw. What'd you like?
Yeah, I'm going to give my like to the Elias, Jeff Jarrett, and the Roadie segment.
Okay.
I don't like it for the fact that all of a sudden we're trying to get heat on Elias again.
Yeah.
I don't think you're that desperate for heels, WWE. And Elias is so over. But, on the other hand, we got to see Jeff Jarrett and Road Dogg. Here with My Baby Tonight, which is by far one of the best songs ever to actually be performed by a professional wrestler.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, it's that and then that rap Kurt Angle did on the...
Oh, against John Cena?
No, just the one he did on the I Don't Suck.
Oh,
track.
the WWE originals.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the absolute. They're like neck and neck.
I feel like this segment is now leading to Elias being. I mean, because Chris Jericho is not in WWE anymore. He doesn't exist now that he's in AEW. So
No.
Elias is going to be the new Chris Jericho, and he will take on 3 legends in a handicap match at WrestleMania 35, where he will defeat Jeff Jarrett, Road Dogg, and Honky Tonk Man.
Guitar people.
Exactly.
I'd watch it.
It's gonna happen at this point.
At least we know 2 out of those 3 guys can go.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be. I mean, because we knew Jimmy Snuka wasn't gonna do anything in the handicap match against Jericho. Roddy was decent. Come on, man.
Well, he was.
Have some respect. And then, of course, Ricky Steamboat stole the fucking show.
Yeah.
Because he's Ricky Steamboat. I'm gonna give my like to. I'm going to give my like to the fake story that they made up about Kurt Angle on commentary. That Kurt Angle... Apparently, Kurt Angle couldn't provide for his family because he lost the general manager spot, was put on permanent vacation, and came back and now has to wrestle to provide for his family.
Who said that? 'Cause I wasn't.
Michael Cole. Michael Cole made that story up on commentary, and I wish that was the story they'd been telling about Kurt Angle. Because it's a great story. It's hard to believe because he's Kurt fucking Angle, and he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But yeah, they made that up on Raw. Like, Kurt Angle had to come back and start wrestling again, even though he's only had... This is technically his 3rd match back from his... Well, I guess his 4th, because he was the conquistador. Since he got put on permanent vacation, and now he has to provide for his family by wrestling again. Like,
I mean,
where'd that story come from?
Yeah, it's
I
weird.
like it.
Yeah, I think it's got potential.
Yeah,
to keep going forward this way, and if this is how they're going about it, it actually will make sense why Kurt Angle keeps losing these matches.
Absolutely. Yeah, and so, yeah, I like that as long as it keeps going. If not, Michael Cole, you're telling lies. Stop it. What'd you love?
Revival won a match. Both of them were together.
Yeah.
It wasn't some weird thrown together half Revival, half some other team.
Wait. I thought Dash was injured.
I don't know.
Dash looked pretty good for an injured guy.
Maybe he had like food poisoning.
24-hour bug?
Yeah, I mean food poisoning just stays in your system until you shit it out.
That's fair.
Don't.
I don't think Drake Maverick went into details about
No.
Dash Wilder's injury last night at the Royal Rumble.
He, you stop at the wrong truck, get the wrong taquitos. It's all downhill.
I've been there. It sucks. But yeah, the Revival, and we got to see Hawkins and Ryder as a team.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Here's the weird thing. Like, I want the Revival to be relevant. But I also don't want them to reform Hawkins and Ryder if it just means they're going to lose all the time again. Like...
This has got to build to a miraculous win for Kurt Hawkins.
I hope so.
Maybe we can do like, I don't know, like a best of 7 series between the Revival and Hawkins and Ryder, where they end up just coming together and becoming like a new 4 Horsemen type of thing, and then they all win tag titles. It's like a really big bar situation.
I mean, don't knock it till you try it.
I wanted your reaction to 4 Horsemen made up of Hawkins, Ryder, and the Revival.
I'm all for it.
Who would be the Ric Flair?
Oh, that's Ryder.
Ryder?
Ryder, hands down. You know he probably owns a robe.
Does that make Hawkins Barry Windham?
Sure.
Okay.
I think he is the biggest out of the 4 of them, so...
That might be Ryder. Anyway.
I like what's going on because I like that the Revival were on TV. I like the reunited Ryder and Hawkins.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tread very trepidatiously around this storyline because, dear God, there's so much that could go wrong with it so fast.
Here's the thing. It can't get worse than what we saw last night at the Rumble. Can it?
I mean...
Monday Night Raw is the land of thrown together tag teams.
Yeah. But, yeah, cool to see them all.
Yeah.
Let's just get that Hawkins versus Titus over the top rope challenge match going.
What?
So Hawkins can break his losing streak.
What? Is that a thing?
No.
You just made that up?
Yeah. Well, because Hawkins eliminated Titus from the Rumble last night.
Oh, that's true.
So if we can put Hawkins versus Titus in an over the top rope challenge.
And Hawkins was the guy that you ended up pseudo picking for the Rumble. So, all right. I'm going to give my love to the Becky Ronda promo post that championship match because, good God, Becky was fucking ready. And then Ronda fired back, no holds barred in this situation. And it was like immediate flooding back of all the feelings we had leading up to Survivor Series. Yeah. Like, the trash talking from Becky, I thought Becky was going to be the only one to say anything, and then we were going to get like Ronda's response next week. So Becky just starts going off. Ronda's just kind of standing there, mean mugging the whole time, and then she grabs a microphone, and then she starts throwing bombs back at Becky. I was like, fuck yes. And this was the one time that I agreed with Michael Cole as I wanted WrestleMania to be tomorrow because I wanted the match right then, right there. I wanted it because just that one promo, I mean, I was already set because I'd liked all the stuff they did prior to Survivor Series. That one promo got me fucking more hyped for WrestleMania than any rumor has so far. I'm ready for it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I wanted to correct Ronda, though, on some of the facts.
There's no facts in wrestling.
Just saying, like, you know, if Becky was quote-unquote training while Ronda was becoming a household name due to MMA, it's like...
Well, she was in NXT.
She'd already finished training.
Rebecca Knox had. Becky Lynch had not.
Same person.
No, it's not. Well, you're in WWE. You know that.
Fair.
Did you dislike anything?
Well, I mean, duh. But I thought I covered that in the intro.
I pointed at Mojo's name.
Yeah. I don't know. Weird. It's something that I mentioned before we started watching Raw.
Okay.
The absurdity of there needing to be qualifying matches.
Oh, yeah.
For the Women's Elimination Chamber when you have
you have set teams.
You have essentially 3 established teams on each show about.
Yeah.
So you don't need to make them beat throw together teams to advance. You just why not it's 3 weeks until Elimination Chamber, so why not week 1 each show announces one entrant team. Week 2 the second team for each. Yeah. You know, week 3 the final team for each brand, like.
And then for whatever reason, the go home shows we have a 6-on-6 women's tag match. Because why not? Because that's the WWE way to think. Also, again, more forced fucking tension between Natty and Dana.
Yeah, that was
for
weird.
no reason. Not a fucking reason. Because you're not gonna push Dana. This is not gonna go more than maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah, and there's the thing too, is it's like, did they do it in a way that did they expect people to think that a cohesive unit like the Riot Squad were going to lose to a throw together team without there being dissension already in the throw together team?
Yeah, and it's the same thing going into how are we supposed to believe that Sasha and Bayley, the team of best friends, are going to lose to Alicia Fox and Nikki Cross?
Yeah.
It's they're stretching that suspension of disbelief. They're trying. They're
A little thin.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You got teams. Just push your teams. That's all you have to do. That's all. I mean, you could have you could have these throw together teams try and prove themselves against the teams that are already qualified.
Yeah, and if anything, if you wanted to have qualifying matches that were believable challenges, why not do some NXT call-ups?
Absolutely.
Not as like full-time roster call-ups, but like I would have been more like in, able to believe that maybe if Kairi Sane and Io Shirai came up and fought the Riot Squad.
Oh, that would have been great.
And that was a big running thing in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Was, the Rumble people, the Riot Squad beating up on Kairi Sane until Io Shirai came out, made a save.
Mm-hmm.
That would have made sense to have them have that match.
Absolutely.
And make it a qualifier.
Yeah.
You could do that a lot. You could have Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir come up and have them lose to Bayley and Sasha.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there's
rather than kill half of your women's roster, bring up some of the people that are technically training. Just a thought. Anyway. All in all, I mean, Raw had some good moments.
Did you dislike?
I'm staying away from dislikes. I'm just not talking about the dislikes.
Oh, all right.
I'm being positive in 2019. At least I'm trying to. Other than that little rant that I went on with you for the the women's stuff. Yeah, I mean, it had its moments. There's things that I still don't really care for, but hey, here's hoping for change. That's been the Raw Review, guys. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Click those links down below.
There are so many links.
Like social media links.
Yeah.
There's also a podcast link.
That's the one that says SoundCloud.
You can get this review and all of our regular reviews in podcast form, but stay on this channel because you can go back and check out our review of both NXT TakeOver Phoenix and the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, you don't get no predictions or pay-per-view reviews over there.
You get some predictions, but not all the time.
On very rare occasions.
Very rare occasions. But you can also check out our other channel. That's Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
It's reasonable with a W.
Like wrestling. Where we have the list of Kevin Hawk, Question of the Week with Thomas Wolfe, other videos loosely based around wrestling. We have an entire playlist of unboxing videos where we get cool shirts like this Davenport, Iowa Architect. We get micro brawlers. We get Funko Pops. We get all kinds of stuff. And we have a brand new list, or not a brand
playlist.
We will have a brand new video in the playlist of punishment videos because I lost the Royal Rumble. Oh crap! Here it comes. You're not choosing for me. That's the wheel of punishments, and that's going to determine what happens to me for being terrible this past weekend. But you have to go over to Reasonable Wrestling Fans to find out exactly what punishment will be bestowed upon me. So for now, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
Fuck Mo Jordis.
Mojo's lost his goddamn mind.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Fuck it.